is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Country Boys RC, and today I'm back out here in the shop finally after about a 3-month vacation from filming. I'm sorry guys that I wasn't able to film for those 3 months. It got really cold and I really couldn't get out here to the shop to film because I have no heat out here right now. I'm working on getting some heat out here for this coming winter. Yes, I know that winter's almost over, but I'd rather have it out here for next time so I'm not missing months and months at a time for filming. So that was one reason I wasn't able to get out here. Another reason, holidays. I was spending time with my wife and family, so I didn't really get a lot of time to get out here and film for you guys. Along with work, I was working 5-6 days a week trying to get caught up because we got so far behind and we had a lot of jobs just come in all at once, so we was trying to get them all done before Christmas and the New Year's. Now that it's the end of February, I'm able to get back out here and film for you guys. If you looked on Facebook a while back, you saw that I'd picked up some sponsors for the 2016 race season. I've actually got 2 of the sponsor chassis out here in the shop with me today. Along with that was another post that I had made with having some new vehicles in the shop. So we'll get to the vehicles and the new stuff later on. I want to go ahead and give a big shout out to all my sponsors. JQ Racing for that's my 8-scale chassis sponsor. Bellgate Distributors for all my parts. Boca Bearings, actually run bearings in all 3 of these vehicles from that company. Let's see here. PR Racing, Hobby Pro USA, that's actually their chassis there. Boom RC Graphics and Designs, Mike Garrison. Waiting on some stuff to come in from him that I've got ordered so I can put it on all my vehicles out here. Well, all of them except my wife sitting in the background. Let's see, who else do we got? Bellgate, JQ, PR Racing, Boom RC Graphics, Boca Bearings. Trying to think. I believe that's actually everybody. End of 2015, beginning of 2016 was so crazy. I had all these sponsors lined up. I signed with a bunch of them, and I can't even think of all of them off the top of my head. I should have wrote it down so I could have, made sure I got everybody there for you guys. Sure, you see in the background those 3 new vehicles. You are missing a couple other vehicles that are no longer in the stable of vehicles that I had. One, the drift car. I no longer have the Secura D4. I had a buddy wanting to get into the hobby cheap, didn't want to spend a lot of money, and he was wanting a drift car, so I basically just gave him the Secura D4 that I had, ready to run. He got it. He's loving it, and that's what this hobby is all about, is keeping it alive, bringing in new faces, introducing people to the hobby. So that's one that I no longer have. I no longer have the associated RC 8.2 8-scale buggy. I've since sold it since I picked up a 8-scale chassis sponsor. I've sold the B4.2 10-scale buggy. Father and a son wanted to get into racing. Had that one race ready with all those extra tires I had. Like, again, keeping the hobby alive, introducing people to it. No longer have the Beast, the SCX-10. I sold it because I thought I was going to have time to run that video or run that vehicle on the weekends and get video for you guys, but racing and my life outside of racing took up so much time that I really never had time to get it out and run it. I got tired of walking out here to the shop to get something out and see it just sitting there not being able to be used. So I sold it. I do plan on getting another crawler just to take with me to the track for downtime in between heats, or just to even run around the track with it and have some fun. So we'll look at maybe getting another crawler later on. That's one of the back burner projects. What else? Still got the little quadcopter from Hubson. Still got the tour grade RC that we're going to do the conversion on. Gotta find parts for it. The main rotors are the biggest pain to find, along with finding all of the correct electronics that I want to run with it. So that's basically what's been going on during the break. So let's go ahead and get started on all these new vehicles we got. Really not going to go into a lot of detail on this one. This is just a stock SC 10.2 running the Turnigy Trackstar 17.5 motor, the Trackstar 80 amp stock class ESC, Hitec Servo. That's my wife's truck, so we'll do a review on that later. Start over here with the PR Racing ST1. This is a two-wheel drive stadium truck. This is a used truck that I picked up fairly cheap from another driver. He no longer was with the team, so he's going to, he was just getting out of the hobby basically, was selling stuff cheap, so I picked it up and got sponsored by him. So this is a, not the original body that comes with it. This is actually the Kyosho RT6 or RT5 body. It fits on there perfectly. The stock body's not that good looking. It's a real aggressive cab forward, squished down design. So just threw that body on there, like it a little bit better. Two-wheel drive stadium truck. Right now I've got it in the mid-motor configuration. When you buy this truck, it comes in the rear motor only. You have to buy that mid-motor separate. Running a 6.5 turn dual sky motor with a discontinued dual sky, what is this? XC870TF. Censored ESC. This truck has been completely upgraded with everything that's available for it, minus the ball differential. This truck was run a lot indoors and on high bike tracks, and that can also, that's kind of bad to run ball diffs on, in my opinion, because you will go through ball diffs a whole lot quicker than you will a gear diff. So we've got a ball diff on order for this chassis. Just a small rundown of other electronics I got on it. SR410 Spectrum receiver. Highest DS400 servo. 141 ounces of torque at 0.09 speed at 6 volts. Now, I said Spectrum. Last time you seen, I was running the Fly Sky brand. Well, Christmas time, my wife was nice, and she surprised me with a brand new Spectrum system. This is a SR210. This is actually a receiver for my e-buggy back there, but the radio she got me was the DX4C. This radio is a 4-channel radio. I believe it's 20 model memory. Runs on 4 AA's. The little rope that I've got tied on here, that's actually for, let me grab it real quick, my neck lanyard. For when I'm at the track, I can just clip onto the strap, and I can have it just hanging around my neck while I'm waiting to go up onto the driver's stand. So just something I made, works really good, so I figured, what the heck, let's have one. So get that tossed over there off to the side. But back to the stadium truck. I'm going to do a review on it later on. Not going to do one today. Going to try to keep this video short because we've actually got another vehicle to go through. So be looking for a review on this. I'll go into more in-depth on all of the upgrades that it has, where all this truck, you know, the capabilities of this truck adjustment-wise. So be looking for that review later on. So let's get that out of the way, and we'll grab the JQ buggy. Oh, grab this big old buggy. I've weighed this buggy at race ready. It weighs in just over 8.5 pounds. So this is a monster buggy, real durable, 8-scale buggy, 17mm hubs, you know, standard 16mm big bore shocks. So you get your basic 8-scale buggy parts, but with some crazy amounts of adjustment. Shock towers have got an insane amount of adjustment front and rear for your upper shock positions. Your roll center on the shock towers, numerous adjustments there. Gear diffs all the way through, runs the large Mod 1 gears on it. This is the stock body that comes with the kit. This is the JQ White Edition. They had a previous version called the Yellow Edition. No, it wasn't, because parts were yellow, or why they called it the Yellow Edition, I don't know. They do have a limited edition White Edition, which actually has all white plastic parts throughout. So that's not this one. This is just the regular White Edition. Show you guys what we've got here. Running the Castle 2200 motor. I sold that Tekin 1900 because it just really wasn't enough to push this heavy buggy and stay competitive. I didn't have a lot of gearing adjustment that I could make to it without getting the motor too hot. So I decided to step up to the 2200 again. Running Savox Servo, the SC1258. What's funny about this compared to that Associated buggy I used to have, if you remember, the Associated center diff was more, you know, in line with the center of the chassis. Well, this one, they've got it slid way to the rear of the chassis. If you look really close, if I can get it lined up and in the camera, that little orange piece right there, that's actually the rear drive shaft. That's how short it is. And then you see that long front drive shaft going from the center diff all the way up to the front diff underneath that steering plate there. So it's kind of a crazy weight distribution, but this buggy drives so awesome. I've got to drive it a few times. Just finished rebuilding this buggy, putting new diffs in it, front, middle, and rear. Some fresh parts on it for the 2016 season. Be looking for a review on this buggy probably week after next. I'll go in depth on everything on this buggy, what gearing is in the diffs, what gear comes with the center diff, the metal spur gear that's on it. Go into adjustments, how much adjustment you've got on it, and my overall opinion on it. So be looking for that, guys. And last but not least, we'll get this moved over here onto the other workbench. We'll grab the wife's SC10 and pull it over here for you guys. Pull the body off of it. This is just a J Concepts high flow body. She designed what she wanted on it, and I went ahead and went in and airbrushed the flames, the water droplets. She picked the colors, everything. I love the color she chose because on the front it's this dark charcoal and silver mix, but as you roll it up, that silver rolls up into the flame, so it kind of looks real crazy. Got a few cutouts. Got that front hood scoop cutout, and then I've got two cutouts here just to the top of the body to help with that parachuting effect that all short courses have. Pull the truck down here. Like I said, guys, it's just a stock SC 10.2 factory team. Running that Trackstar 17.5 system to run the stock class. She's running that same SR 210 receiver that's going to be in my 8 scale buggy. This is actually a fresh build. The only upgrades that we've put on this so far is the RPM ball cups and a RPM front bumper. So that's the only thing different we've added to it. Servo, she's running a, I believe this is a Hitec let's see, Hitec HS, looks like a, can't really tell, it was an old one that we had. Can't tell which one it is, but it's a Hitec Metal Gear Servo. I have to look and see what it was. It was given to us. She wanted to get into the hobby cheap, so a friend of mine had this chassis unbuilt. I picked it off of them, basically dirt cheap. Stuck $100 in the motor and ESC. I don't know. I think $15 for the set of tires from off eBay. The receiver was another $30 from the hobby store. Then, you know, whatever I paid for that, the servo. So I may run this truck a few times at the track. She's going to be running it mainly, but you know, this is just her vehicle. She wanted to get into racing more competitively, so we built her this chassis. So that's about it for today, guys. Keep an eye on Facebook for all the latest news and updates on what's going on out here in the shop, where I'm out racing at. Maybe I'll be racing at a track near you guys. Come on out. If you find me, stop in, say hey, look at all the vehicles. I'll be glad to, you know, show you guys what all's in these vehicles. Let you actually pick them up, look at them, and get a hands-on feel for what they look like. So keep an eye there. Keep checking back here on YouTube because new videos are coming. So I'll try to get back to doing them once a week or twice a week depending on my work schedule. Gonna start a new series for every, trying to think, Tuesday or Thursday night depending on how it plays out. We're gonna do a tool tech day, whether it be a Tuesday or a Thursday. This coming week, depending on what day I decide to do it on, I've got a brand new set of Dynamite drivers in. It's the metric 1.5, 2.0, and 2.5 hex drivers. So be looking for that. What else do we've got planned? Builds, depending on how the racing season goes and how busy my schedule is with racing, we'll try to squeeze in a build here or there. I can't promise you as of right now that I've got one lined up, because I don't. I'm still working on what all videos we're going to have going on. I'm going to have a review on all three of these vehicles. That Spectrum radio we've got there. What else? Think that's about it, guys. Just come out here off, spur of the moment, flip the camera on, got the vehicle set up, figured I'd do a video since I haven't done one in a while. So keep checking back on Facebook, check here. Gonna start a Twitter page, Instagram, all that, so be looking out on all social media for all the latest news and updates. If you haven't already, go ahead and click on the like button, subscribe, and we will check you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it.